shit. Such a brave boy. Barney, sweetheart, can you hear me? Barney? Barney, for fuck's sake. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do, something I could give him. Anything, just a token gesture. But what? What can I do? Give him back his car? No. Oh, fine. Be that way. What could I do? Let's check out. It's a toy chest, nothing in it anymore. Check out the old tub. Or don't. Alright. Nah. Batman or noisy obscurance. There's Yorkie. I think I've read these before. Is this, yeah, this is just a collection of all the notes and things I've gotten. That's kind of cool. I like this. Even though most of it is pretty grim. Yeah, there's the volatile one. No. Probably that. One of these two. Why bother? Barney, sweetheart, can you hear me? Ma'am. Groan. Oh, sweetheart, does it hurt? Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do, Barney. What do you want me to do? Barney? Oh, Barney. Oh, Barney. I'm at a loss. I can't give him a lawnmower to play with. Maybe something has showed up at the church. I've never been religious, but I suppose if there's a time to give it a go. Me and Alice were thinking on the same wavelength, even though I was not thinking confession. It's even unlocked. Alice the librarian. What am I supposed to do? I just need someone to tell me. I don't know anymore. Oh God, look at me. I'm standing in a fucking weather station or whatever this eventually was, just talking to myself. But the Lord will hear. Wait, who's there? You seem uncomfortable being here. I have good reason. A church is a safe place. It's a haven from the horrors that exist outside. In here, no one will judge you, and nothing can harm you. I don't think the elements respect religion too much, nor did the gangs, for that matter. And anyway, wasn't this place converted into a weather station? But you can find God's presence anywhere you choose. I don't believe in God. Hell, if I did before, I certainly don't now. I'm sorry if you felt like I was pressuring you to believe. That isn't why I'm here. Then why are you here? Just sitting in the confessional waiting for people to come by? I'm here because we're all in this boat together, sailing towards our destiny. I'm here because people need someone to be here. After all, you came. I sense a person who is desperate, confused maybe. You could say that. Come, speak with me. Oh, no, I don't do confession. I'm not a Catholic. I don't even believe... This isn't about Catholicism. This isn't about faith. It isn't even about confession. To confess, you need sins. Is anything truly sinful anymore? Good point. Exactly. I you. So, come. I think I get stabbed in the eye. There we go. Now, I hope you don't mind my asking, but I do prefer to address people by name. You don't have to give me your real one, of course. No, it's okay. I'm Alice. Alice. So tell me, Alice, what would you like to discuss? Barney. My son, he's... Go on. He's sick, like, really sick. He needs medication so badly, but at this stage you don't even know if it would help. And I mean... Oh, excuse me. Oh, God, worst timing. So dramatic. And I burp. You don't have any, do you? He's so unwell. Do you know where I can find some medication? You must. You help people, right? That's what you do. Right? Alice. I'm very sorry, but I don't think anyone has seen any kind of medication for months now. And if you could source any, where do you think it would be? Simply lying around on the floor for anyone to pick up? The gangs have monopolized it. You pay hundreds for a single pill. No one has that sort of money. Well, quite. Who am I kidding? It's hopeless. He's gonna die. He's already dying. What am I going to do? We're all each other has, and I just... He's in so much pain, you can tell. He can't move. He can't speak. All he does is sleep or moan in agony. I can't take it anymore. But then, what would I do without him? Surely, though, you've coped with loss before. What the fuck? This is different. This is my son. How old is your child, Alice? He's 5. Why'd you laugh? If he were here, if he could speak, he'd be telling me off right now. 5.5, he'd say. Children and their pedantry, especially when it comes to months on their age. So he's 5.5. Is he aware of what's going on, or rather, was he, before he became unwell? Barely. Or maybe? I don't know. He must have had an idea, but I always tried to protect him from the world, and I did not. He was born into a world that was rapidly going to shit. By the time he could form memories, everything was completely fucked. He barely remembers his dad. For most of his life, we either lived in a horrible, dirty shelter, or we were homeless. I often wish I'd never brought him into this world. Hell, I've even wished I could take him out of it. No, I can't think like that. Can I? It's natural for a mother to want to protect her child, even if it would mean doing something unthinkable. No one can tell you how to deal with this, Alice. It's one of those things in life that you must work out for yourself. But, and I know you don't believe, and I'm not pressuring you to do so, I know that God will help you make the right choices. That was a good conversation. Who are you? What's your story? If this isn't about faith, are you even a priest? Why do you ask? Funnily enough, I have trouble trusting people these days. I'm a man, a survivor, just like you. Sometimes when it's safe, I take walks by the lake or visit the graveyard. That's all you do? No capturing or killing or cannibalization, you heard me. It's the new craze sweeping the apocalypse. No. Rest assured, I have no intention of doing anything like that, not unless I truly have to. There are people who'd have you believe they truly have to do that every day. They're scum, I hate them all. But for all our differences, we're all the same, aren't we? We're all just trying to exist for another day, see the sun rise in the morning, and see it set once more. But survival makes people do terrible things. Terrible is subjective. Of what do you speak? My son and I were held captive in a basement for days. We've been attacked. Just a few weeks ago, some men tried to take him from this very building. My partner was killed by a mob of men who were stealing from us. They took our food. We barely had enough as it was. I think I have a pretty good idea of what terrible means. Would you kill in order to stay alive? What? People are only responsible for their actions for as long as they're in control of the situation, wouldn't you say? I don't. After which point, we turn to our instincts to get by. We are but animals, Alice. We do what we need to do. So you'd kill me now if, say, we had food and you were hungry? I'd try to reason with you. I'd see if we could trade. Most of all, I'd invite you to share what I had in the hope that you would reciprocate. And if I had nothing? Alice, you must understand, these are not times in which we can always afford to think for too long. I assure you, though, you are safe here. I guess we could talk about the weather. It sounds like the biggest cliche in the world, but I suppose it's pretty apt. Unlike many, I never tire of talking about the weather. How did all this happen? How could we have missed it? For all the technological know-how that we have and for all the scientific advancements that we've made, there's still things we miss. In fact, the weather has always moved in mysterious ways, sort of like the Lord. Humanity used to believe it was sent from a higher power in order to praise or punish us. Today we know otherwise, but in many ways it's almost like a god in itself. It has the power to give life and to take it away. It's funny to think, isn't it, that some parts of the world are uninhabitable because it's too hot? At least I assume that's still the case. Yes, as far as I know, acres of blistering desert so parched that nothing can survive. I suppose we have it lucky. Luck isn't the word I'd use right now. Maybe a church? Do you come here often? To the church, I mean. I'm here quite a lot, yes. Have been for a while, in fact. Oh? What, since before it was a weather station? Around the same time, perhaps, but for me, it's always been both, not one or the other. I worked here for a time. Wow, a religious scientist, huh? I believe the two can coexist. I'm no fool, Alice. I don't dispute the systems that have delivered to us all these years of snowfall. I don't believe it to be a punishment from above, as many do. I believe it is something we have to do our best to cope with. So what, you're trying to turn this place back into a church again? Well, as I say, my belief is that science and spirituality can exist side by side, and sometimes people come and I do what I can. I can watch the snow. I can observe the weather, the way it changes subtly, but substantially enough to make a difference. The temperature, the wind. And when I'm not doing that, I can pray. I can help others who are seeking guidance or just a conversation to pass the lonely hours. For all the mess here, it really is a beautiful little building, I have to say. Not too grand, just right. It feels homely somehow. I've always thought the same. It's one of the reasons I enjoyed it when my work brought me here. In fact, it always felt homelier than where we were actually housed. A building up the way on the other side of the woods. That building, and this place too, have seen some nasty things in their time, but then it's all about survival. About seeing another day. Actually, I'd better go. I'm sorry, I need to get out of here. Very well. Tell me, if you do not wish to speak with God, is there anyone you could speak with? Since Barney got sick, no. There's no one. Except my partner, I suppose. Barney made me talk to a grave a while ago. It's not even his. Barney doesn't know that, but I just wanted to help. And did it? Did it what? Help. Him? Probably. Me? No. Actually, I don't know. You know what? Maybe it did. Perhaps you should talk to your partner now. I am a firm believer in the value of family. I did not mean to have the Shatner-like pause. Your partner will always be the person with whom you seek guidance. Maybe you're right. Thank you. You are very welcome. Alice. Yeah? I am not here to tell you what to believe. We have free will for a reason, and your views are just as valid as mine or anyone else's. You should always follow those beliefs. However, I hope you may take some solace in the knowledge that I will be praying for you. And I do believe, even if things seem bleak, or if they become unfathomably hard to handle, that there is someone looking out for you, someone guiding the way. I wish you the very best of luck. That was nice. Hey. Christ, I feel stupid. It's not even you down there. I don't know if you even got a proper fucking burial. I'm sorry. I couldn't exactly stick around. I don't know who's really down there. This whole place is full of unmarked graves. I suppose it doesn't matter. I miss you so fucking much. Not a day goes by when I don't. Why did you have to be so goddamn brave? Why did you have to go and do the right thing? Why can't it have rubbed off on me? If you were here right now, you'd put your arm around me and tell me your plan. You knew what to do. You always did. Hell, if you were here right now, maybe this wouldn't have happened at all. Barney wouldn't be sick, and we wouldn't be stuck here in the middle of this fucking power play between God knows who. This is all your goddamn fault, you know? You always had things sorted, always knew the best way forward. The world no longer has a place for people like you, Mark. It's all just chaos these days. Maybe it's better you're not around to see it. Make sure this is still recording. Yeah, looks like cool. Mark, our son is sick. Really, really sick. I tried to help him. Christ, I fucking tried, and I'm sure some of this is my fault, but look at it. Look at the state of this fucking world. If it hadn't been pneumonia, it'd have been something else. They found medicine, but it was no good. The only people around for miles are mercenaries and murderers. There's nobody left to turn to. He's suffering, Mark, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I can't stand to see him go through this. Do you remember? Early in our relationship, my depression came back. I was going to take my own life. You came over unexpectedly that night and found me there, pills in hand. Do you remember what you made me promise? That no matter what, I'd never give up on myself again, that I'd keep living for you, for myself. For the first time in years, I feel like breaking that promise. But then I remember your face that night. I remember how I broke your heart, and I can't. And then I look at Barney and I see that special, amazing, wonderful life that we created together. And I look at him now and he's suffering, Mark, and he's not going to stop suffering. I don't know what I can do to stop it. You'd know. You always knew. What the hell should I do? I should never have been a mother, should I? He always said to me, Alice, it'll be fine once he comes along. Stop fretting. Well, that turned out well, didn't it? You couldn't make this up. You were always my rock, always telling me everything was going to be all right, that I'd do okay, that I'd be a good mother. And you know what's the worst part? The worst goddamn part of all this? I know exactly what you'd say if you were here. You'd tell me I'm stronger than I think, that I don't give myself enough credit, that I'm far too hard on myself. You always did that. Looks like I finally proved you wrong, huh? It doesn't feel like a victory at all. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Answer me, you fucker. Answer me. So this is how it is. This is how it ends. how are you feeling, sweetie? Oh, God. Oh, Christ. Barney, sweetheart. You're Mummy's brave, fierce lion. You've made me happier than anything else in this world. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry we brought you into this hell. You deserved you deserved better, Barney. We all did. Barney, I love you very, very much. Oh, Jesus.